Hi, I'm Dr. Latifa Willinga, and this is my YouTube channel because life gets better here. Before you start, like, share, click the bell if it's up here, down there, that little bell, so you'll be notified whenever I come on to give you new tips. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like, share, subscribe, and click the bell. Today, I've got 5 of the best communication tips for you. Because as we know, couples do not communicate. So here it is. Couples don't communicate effectively. And the question always is, why is that? Why is that? Well, from my experience, I'm a life coach. I work with couples and individuals. And I've learned over the years, over 2 decades, that couples don't communicate. And one of the reasons why is because they feel unworthy. They don't want confrontations. They don't want to hear the real answer, whatever it's going to be. They just don't feel good about it, and so they can't bring stuff up. Those are some of the reasons why they don't communicate effectively, because that can mean change in your relationship. When a couple knows the truth, they can work things out. When they don't know the truth, of course, things just plummet, okay? So that's some of the reasons why couples don't communicate effectively. So I have 5 of the best tips to give you to help strengthen your relationship. Have more fun, enjoy each other more, talk all the time, share more, and have more and better sex. For me, that's always a good thing. So let's start with the 5 tips. The first tip I'm going to give to you is have a monthly meeting with your partner. If there are no problems at all, have a monthly meeting. That sounds kind of stern, and a meeting like the office. No, it can be dinner and a picnic at the beach, but just talk once a month about what's happening. I'm saying you want to make sure in that discussion you talk about appreciation and gratitude for the relationship and for your partner. What about your partner do you love so much? What are you so grateful for about in your relationship? Gratitude and appreciation go miles in distance in a relationship or in our personal life. When you're grateful, then more things come to you. When you can find the good things in people and in your life, you get more of those things. So in your monthly discussion, let's have conversations about gratitude and appreciation. And then I like to say, you want to talk about what your goals might be for the relationship. Are they on point? For your personal life, in your business, or at the job, or with the children? How are things? How are the goals? Are you meeting those goals as a couple and as an individual? It's always important. And in that meeting for the goals, sneak in there some alone time for you guys. A weekend getaway, a dinner alone without children if you have children, a conversation with no phones and no social media. That's important. And then the last part of these monthly meetings will be any problems on the horizon that you see coming, or anything that's bothering you that your partner does not know about. You want to bring those in, fold them in, and with a way to communicate that's effective is not to blame each other, but that's next, that's coming up. But fold those in so you know what the problems are, you can talk about those problems and nip it in the bud. That makes sense. That's the first thing. The second thing I'm going to say is create ground rules for arguments or disagreements. We always have disagreements in our lives with different people. We don't agree on everything, and that's okay. You're 2 different people with 2 different life experiences, and you have different things to share. So when you do have a disagreement, it's okay. The world is not coming to an end. The relationship is not over. You want to just express how you feel and how your partner feels. But in these disagreements, there is no name calling, no cussing, profanity, no yelling. When you yell, people get the wrong ideas. When you yell, it can mean anything. When you yell, it can trigger something. When you call names, it triggers things for people. But also, when you yell and call names and use foul language, those 3 things are a combination of that can lead to violence of some sort. It can lead to physical conflict, throwing something, pushing someone, something. It just don't do it, because it's really risky behavior. So don't do those things. Make the rules that those things do not happen when you talk. You have my permission as a doctor, as a coach, to walk away. If the problem is happening and the argument's going on and it won't stop, it just keeps going and going, and there's nothing else to do but get so mad you call names or something, walk away. You know, sweetheart, I gotta leave the room. Or if you can't say that because you're so angry or hurt, just do it. Your partner has got to understand that. So before that happens, you have made these ground rules already. So when you do that, he or she knows what's happening, right? Walk away. And you can always ask for a timeout. You know what? This is getting way too much for me. I can't do it right now. I can't talk about it. I'm getting too mad, or I'm getting too sad. I feel too hurt, whatever it might be. I need the timeout. We have got to say okay to that, because we're different people. We've got to respect each other. So that's number 2. The second good communication tip. The third one is to speak in I statements. I statements means we don't blame the other person. We've got to be responsible for ourselves in the relationship. What your actions are, what you're doing. So I feel XYZ when this happens. You want to say how you feel and describe what's going on and why you feel that way. So say how you feel, describe why you feel that way. I'm going to give you an example of the right way. Here's the right way. I feel hurt when I am not listened to. Or I feel hurt when I feel that I'm not listened to. That's the right way. The wrong way. I feel hurt when you don't listen to me. I feel hurt when you talk smack. Those are pointing fingers, your statements. They're not I statements. So keep it in the I statements, how you feel, and describe why you feel that way. And then how you can add something and add your partner to it and not isolate them and make them feel really bad. I feel bad when I feel like I'm not listened to. So how about you and I work together and find ways that helps both of us always feel listened to? How about that? So that's the problem and the solution that you can both be a part of. No one's angry, but you have to communicate openly and honestly, and people are human. The feelings do get hurt, and to keep it all in perspective, you want to do it like that. That's number 3. Number 4 is listen to your partner to understand. Don't listen to wait your turn to talk, so when they finish whatever they're saying, you can jump in and go, yeah, but you did. That's called tit for tat. And that kind of communication can ruin a relationship that can be otherwise be really good and successful. Don't do it. Listen to your partner. If it's a complaint, if they're hurt, whatever it is, but listen to understand. Then you respond to what they've said. And that makes things so much better. Not ever to jump in and do tit for tat. That's a surefire way to end a relationship. And the last one I want to say is respect your partner's feelings. When your partner's talking to you and they tell you how they feel, please don't dismiss it by saying, oh, no, you don't. Oh, that didn't happen like that. Oh, you couldn't feel that way. Don't do that. Listen to them. Give them sympathy and empathy. Ask them if there's any way you can help, or what can we do so that doesn't happen to you or again in our relationship. That's the way to show love and compassion, to communicate well with your partner. Let them know you're listening. Let them know you're there. So the 5 tips are: the first thing is to have a meeting once a month just to make sure stuff doesn't get out of hand, to make sure you have rules for arguments, make sure you speak in the responsible I position, make sure you listen to understand, and number 5 is respect your partner's feelings. So I hope this helped. I want you to like, share, click the bell, so whenever I come on with more tips for you in your relationship, you can be notified and get the tips. So tell all your friends, and I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Have a great week.